Good evening, everybody. I come from an alcoholic home. Yeah, we all do, yes, right? Especially those of us in the arts. There was a period of time, and I don't know if people remember, but there was a period of time in the state of Illinois where it was legal to drink at the age of 19. Yes. And I was 19 when it was legal to drink beer and wine. And during that period, there's about a 2 or 3 year period where I was probably drunk every weekend. And at age 20, the state of Illinois changed the law. And you could no longer drink, even though the week before I could. Now, coming from an alcoholic home, having quasi-alcoholism within me, I thought this was really bad. I thought it was horribly unfair that I could drink the week before, but could no longer drink the next week. Me and my friends, we all thought it was a great injustice. It just wasn't fucking fair. So we went to Wisconsin. Because in Wisconsin, you could still drink at the age of 19. You know, see, 18, she says. So, we got somebody from Wisconsin here. So, me and my friends, there were probably about 3 or 4 of us. We all left the suburbs of Chicago, drove up. I don't even remember where we went drinking. We just crossed the state line and started. And over the course of that night, I drank 21 beers. And we were at 3 different bars, and I truly don't remember the first 2. The only one I remember is the third one, because it was like a country bar. And we were there, and we weren't country. But we were drinking and young, and I had so many beers in me, I thought I was invincible. I remember playing pool, but just waving that pool stick around. I remember flirting with women whether or not they wanted that or not. I remember drinking other people's beers. I remember a wave of malice coming towards me. Because I really was a fib. And because I was an annoying 19-year-old drunk off his mind. I remember being amazed that I could put away so many beers. That really was the most amount of drinking I had ever done in my entire life that night. I remember nothing else. The next day, I woke up in the morning in the backyard of someone's home, near a lake. Next to me was a guy that we probably met at the second bar and came along with us. I woke up and I thought I had died, and someone forgot to tell me. With every blood vein pumping, it felt like I had no more blood but embalming fluid inside me. It was the most pain I ever felt. And in that grass, I turned over and saw about a pile this big of my own puke. And I remember slowly getting up and hitting the guy in the shoulder and said, "We gotta get out of here." And we left. We left our puke, and we left wherever we were sleeping in somebody's house, their backyard. Somewhere that day, they had to wake up, go outside to their backyard, and see the 2 piles of puke. And then I remember being hungover for about 2 days. And that's basically the story. But since this theme came about, it got me thinking about that time period. And it made me realize certain things. If I was a woman, I could have been attacked and people would have blamed me. If I was a person of color, I'm sure they would have called the police instead of just going, oh, that's funny, those two teenage kids drunk asleep in our backyard. Yes, I was overserved beer. But I look at it now in my unconscious state, and I look at the danger that I put myself in without even thinking about it, with the ramifications that did not happen to me. And I realize, really, I was overserved straight white male privilege. Thank you.